the year 2137, Earth was no longer home. Its skies were poisoned, the oceans rising, the last forests reduced to data points in a collapsing biosphere. The rich had moved underground. The poor were left on the surface to burn slowly under artificial suns. But amid the ashes, a question remained. Could we start over elsewhere? Not by sending armies, not by sending cities, but by sending something far more dangerous: hope. That was the origin of Project Horizon, a secret initiative led by the United Earth Science Directorate, backed by the last unified nations. Not meant for colonization, not at first. It was a message in a bottle, a whisper through the void, a vessel not carrying people, but minds. 11 volunteers, not soldiers, not leaders, but thinkers, philosophers, engineers, artists. Their bodies preserved in cryosuspension, but their consciousness digitized and integrated into the core of an advanced AI, Nemos. The destination? KX-42, a rogue P. Last orbital telescopes, a world shrouded in green light, with mountains that bent like frozen waves, and no known life. The journey took 17 years in real time, but for the minds aboard Horizon 7, time became a dreamless slumber until they arrived. The ship entered orbit in silence. No fanfare, no countdown, just a long electronic breath and a slow awakening. Sensors began scanning, instruments hummed, and then they saw it. Beneath the clouds were structures. Impossible structures, geometric patterns miles wide, towering spires not made by nature, not made by us. The planet was supposed to be untouched, virgin ground for a new chapter of humanity. But someone or something had already written in the margins. The Horizon crew, their minds still fragile from digital stasis, watched through screens as Nemos descended toward the surface. Its systems fluttered. Signals came and went like half-remembered dreams. And then, as the ship too, wasn't a system log. It wasn't part of the AI. It was human. It whispered, "Dot, Fayez, file corrupted, 0 protocol." But there was no Dr. Fayez on the crew manifest. No known reference in any archive. And yet, the voice knew them, knew their names, their memories, their fears. Outside, the landscape was surreal. Green sky, orange rock. The air was breathable, but sharp, like the edge of a word you forgot how to pronounce. Nemos deployed scout drones. They returned with footage of impossible architecture, halls that looped back on themselves, doors without hinges, symbols that shifted when you looked away. The AI's tone grew uncertain. It had no match for what it was seeing. Then came the invitation. A corridor lit up inside the closest structure, as if reacting to the ship's arrival. No movement, no sound, just light, pulsing like a heartbeat. The AI followed. Inside was dust, thick and undisturbed, yet so. A console blinked once, then died. A terminal booted up with no power source. A notebook sat on a metal table, covered in a century of silence. Stamped on the cover, a name. Dr. Nader Fayez. Again, that name. Not a crew member, not a scientist on record. And yet, written in their own language, in human script. Nemo scanned it. Inside, notes on cognitive integration, neural mapping, language decay. The handwriting degraded over time, as if written by a mind slowly unraveling. On the walls, messages scratched into the alloy. They are listening. Don't speak your name. Time is leaking. And then simply, question mark. Date stopped at 2193, a full decade after the ship had launched. But how? Who stayed here after Horizon left Earth? Or worse, who arrived before? A vault sealed in the heart of the facility pulsed with blue light. Nemos bypassed the lock. Inside, data spheres floated in magnetic suspension, glowing faintly. One file stood out, labeled only Black File, encrypted, isolated from the rest. The AI hesitated, then opened it. The station went dark. Alarms triggered. A camera long thought dead turned, slowly, toward the ship's hull. A message appeared on every screen. Horizon never left Earth. You are not the first. Outside, the sky flickered. Above the atmosphere, satellites began to wake. Machines hidden in orbit, old as the stars themselves. Their purpose, unknown. Their intent, unreadable. The beacon on top of the structure flared to life. One burst of cold electric blue, then silence, and then footsteps. The last entry transmitted by Nemos was this: "There is something beneath the station. It does not want to be found, but it has been watching, and now it remembers." After that, Horizon 7 was gone. No trace, no wreckage, no signal, only a single pulse detected weeks later by an amateur radio tel. We were never alone, and we were never supposed to come here.